up, YouTube? We back. Finally.
YouTube, we back at it again. It's been a little bit, a couple episodes deep that you guys missed. You got to jump over to Apple, iTunes podcast, or Spotify, or Chromecast, or whatever else.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, we're pretty much everywhere now. Other than iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio, we still need you.
Yeah.
But hold on 1 second. What's up, dudes?
What's up, ladies and gents? How goes it? Happy New Year, Blake.
Happy New Year, Derek.
Happy New Year to all our listeners out there.
Yes.
2020 is going to be a big one for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I see it coming.
With me, I'm going to have a huge year this year.
I'm having a huge year this year, but we won't get into that yet. That's saved for another podcast, maybe next one.
Yeah, that's a whole topic in and of itself.
Yeah, so we got Anchor, we got YouTube, we got Twitch, 2 cameras and a microphone. This is kind of a first for us.
Yeah, here we go. I mean,
at once.
Shout out to Anchor Show for putting us everywhere.
Anchor. And if you haven't
Shout out to YouTube for being our platform for 30 episodes.
Yeah, and we get some decent views on YouTube, so.
Yeah.
But we're still the Blake and Derek Show, I think. Or do we change it?
On YouTube? We might still be.
We might still.
I don't think I've changed it yet.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
One step at a time.
We'll get there. We've kind of, sorry YouTube, but we've kind of neglected you for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
Well, because we had, last episode, we had some technical difficulties, so we weren't able to upload on YouTube.
Oh yeah, and Twitch, sorry everyone on Twitch for last week, that was...
Yeah, we got
Sorry.
muted for like 20 minutes, and so we were just looking at each other with our mouths moving, and no one could hear us. So.
No one could hear what we were saying.
So that's fun.
But we talked about great stuff, so if you go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify
Or Anchor.
or Anchor, you find us. Legit.
We're everywhere.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah.
How's your last week been?
You know, it's been pretty wild, not gonna lie.
Yeah, wild?
Wild.
I like wild.
Yeah.
Wild's good.
I got a job interview for a airplane company, refueling airplanes and shit on Thursday.
Oh, damn. So you be working at DIA?
No. Hell no. This is a small airport, Centennial Airport.
Oh.
Private little jets.
Cool.
Private jets, not big.
Cool.
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to work at DIA. I've heard stories.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's conspiracies.
Yeah, well also it's just like shit fucking, you know, like if you're there in the summer and it's fucking 105 degrees on the tarmac, and then you're there in the winter, it's like fucking blowing winds of like 45 mile an hour with a wind chill of like -20, and you're out there just fucking sucking dick.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No, that doesn't sound fun.
So yeah, hopefully I do it on a smaller scale with smaller jets and stuff.
That's cool. Maybe you'll learn to fly. You might find someone who's
Like Brandon.
Oh,
My buddy Brandon flies.
Oh, yeah.
He's our age. He's been flying since he was like 15 years old.
Snap.
Took him that long to get his fucking shit. He's been in school his whole life, training to be a fucking pilot. And he's just now at 20, however old he is, 27. Probably just now. I think the last like year and a half was when he first signed with, I think Frontier.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It takes a long fucking time to get
Hell
your
yeah.
fucking pilot shit.
Definitely to go fly airliners.
So, yeah, commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that would.
Like if you're trying to do it,
But
like,
that'd be expensive too.
oh yeah.
for all that.
I mean, if you're trying to do it privately and you have like your own fucking runway with your own little biplane and stuff, I don't think it's that intense.
Yeah.
Because you're just flying yourself. I mean, you're not really. You don't have to be taught all that safety shit because you're flying a couple hundred people. Their lives depend on you, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
kind of a more serious job than.
Yeah. I've heard flying the plane is the easiest part. It's taking off and landing that are the hard part.
Yeah. Pilot just sits there on autopilot when it's just when they're in the air.
It's like cruise control.
It's like Tesla. It's like driving a Tesla.
It's like cruise control
Fucking
on the
Teslas.
highway.
God,
You just gotta kind of steer.
Yeah. So after that little off the topic intro,
Yeah.
how are you?
Oh, you know,
Good.
I'm good.
Broke a leaf spring today.
Yeah, I broke my truck today.
Broken trucks.
I break my truck all the time.
It happens.
I mean, yeah, the trucks have too much weight.
Yeah. And like mechanical stuff fails. People think, it's supposed to fail eventually. It's not,
No. Yeah, it's a 1998, so, I mean, these parts are gonna fail.
Yeah.
Around this time in its life, too.
Yeah, my car's a 97 and it's broken everything.
Yeah. My truck's an 02 and everything's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's good.
Yeah, but I'm fixing things little and little and little.
As time goes on.
Yeah, I fixed a door handle today on my truck.
I love that.
For $11 or
Yep.
$10 off Amazon. I was like, fucking score.
Pulling up some stuff right here.
Are you gonna pull up some stuff?
Yeah. What should we jump into first, Blake?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking that two of these topics are gonna take up a lot of time, and two of these topics are gonna be like breeze right through them.
Right.
So let's do one of the big ones first.
What's it gonna be?
Our president ordered an airstrike on Iran's military general,
Ooh.
Qasem Soleimani.
And that's kind of been in the news. I'm sure everyone's heard about it.
Yeah, and we're just gonna give you our take on it.
Yeah. First I saw that happened, and then I saw Iran threaten the U.S., and then the U.S. sent like 4,000 troops over, and then just yesterday I heard they sent another like 3,500, 4,000 troops over. So, and Iran says U.S. better get out of Dodge.
Iraq said,
Iraq said that.
yes.
Okay.
Iraq said
Get out of Iran.
No, to get out of Iraq.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Iraq said to get out, for the U.S. troops to leave Iraq. Iran's got big influence in the Middle East. So, I mean, it was poor planning is not the right word, but lack of strategy sure is.
On Trump's?
Yeah.
For
all of this whole thing. I mean, the airstrike, and Soleimani is an Iran military general, and they killed him in Iraq.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they killed Soleimani in Iraq in an airstrike. And Iraq was supposed to know about any military action of magnitude like that to happen in their country
Right.
before it happened, and they didn't tell Iraq before it happened.
They
So
just
now
did it.
Iraq's all pissed. In Iran, I mean, there's millions and millions of people in Iran. So, I mean, that's not just like... I mean, they didn't just kill the general of some ISIS group. They killed a general of the biggest country in... Well, probably not the biggest country.
That side of the hemisphere.
There's a couple big countries over there. But yeah, I mean, they've messed... And Iran's military ain't no fucking slouch. Iran was taking care of ISIS before we went over there to help.
Right. And Iran and Iraq are allies fighting against ISIS. So, you figure...
And they want America now to leave.
Yeah, but see, this is the crazy part. They all are fighting ISIS. So, you'd figure they would want our help to fight ISIS. But since we're killing them too, they don't want our help. Now we're starting a war against... Now they're probably going to team up with ISIS and fight us.
No.
Shit.
No.
Now
ISIS.
we're going to be going against fucking everyone.
No, I've heard on the news...
God damn it.
I've heard... Well, I don't know what I believe, but I've heard reporters kind of speculate on that, and they say that they think that Iran's going to influence all of those Middle Eastern countries to be against America. And...
That's probably true.
And Trump, I mean, he's the kind of guy that he's just going to bomb them. He's just going to keep sending bombs over there and keep killing people. And
I was reading something that said Trump's plans is not to start a war, it's to end the war. So with that being
Well, Trump
said,
ran on.
I don't think that they're gonna hold back.
Trump ran on pulling troops out of the Middle East, and now he's sending them back.
Yeah, I mean it's just there's a lot more deeper stuff to the story. I'm sure politically and everything. Than
Well, supposedly, he was planning an attack against Americans.
Or no, he already was. He already had killed a bunch of Americans.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes, he had done that too.
Soleimani or whatever.
Yeah,
So they proved it, and then they assassinated him, basically.
pretty much.
And then they stormed the Baghdad base, and
No, that was before.
that was before.
Yeah.
So they stormed the Baghdad base before they killed him?
Yep. Yeah, the supposedly that Soleimani guy was behind that too. Them storming the Baghdad embassy.
Mm.
Yeah, supposedly Soleimani was behind that too. But who knows, you know? Who knows what's really going on? I mean, it's the Middle East and reporters aren't very good.
Cheers to going to war.
Cheers to probably going to war.
That'll get you right in the nipple. You want some of this?
No, I'm tasting it.
Oh, you like it? All right. So for anyone out there, I take shots with a chaser, and Blake takes them straight. So he makes quite the funny noises and faces.
Yes.
What's that little breathe out thing you do right when you take the shot? What is
It's so you don't inhale the
alcohol.
alcohol before you
Get it down the
get it.
throat.
Yeah.
You just don't go down the wrong pipe.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because it's happened too many times.
And then
So
you
now-
start
now-
coughing.
Now you gotta like.
I always notice that little breath of air you let out right before.
Yeah, blow it all out so I don't have to like.
Just ingest it.
Because something about when I smell it.
While you take it.
Yeah, I don't know. It hits me weird.
Yeah.
It burns, and some of it goes down the wrong pipe sometimes.
Yeah.
And then if you cough while you're taking a shot, it just ends bad. But you know, I mean, cheers to going to war though. Iran promised retaliation.
Yeah, so it's coming. I don't know what form it's gonna come in. I don't think they're gonna try to attack the homeland. I don't think they're gonna.
It's hard to say.
I don't think that they can make it.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't think they can physically make it to our airspace without being shot down or
But they
compromised.
could. My conspiracy theories, and these are totally just theories I've had, because of other things that have happened with like North Korea and Russia back in the 50s and 60s and
Right.
all the nuke talk. I am a firm believer that they could get here by sea in a submarine. They get close enough to hit us with like a ballistics missile that's strapped with a nuke, a small nuke,
Comes out of the water.
comes out of the water.
Probability.
Or they could get close in a place like Mexico that hates us already,
Crossover.
and nope, fly a plane really low all the way to Florida coast or something.
Or California coast, because it's right there.
Same thing. Any coastal place, any place they can get real quick in a hurry.
Yeah.
Can't do it in Canada though, so it can't. It's not gonna be a northern state.
Right.
It's gonna come from the south,
Yeah.
somewhere where Mexico doesn't have any taps on nothing,
What do you
or someone gets compromised that has 100,000 acres.
Well, I was gonna say, what do you think about people from that country, Iran, Iraq, that are already here that decide to?
Oh yeah, did you hear
Yeah.
on the news today that
They're already
you
here
know how
inland.
you know how Trump said for all the Americans to come home if you're in Iran
Yeah.
and Iraq and
And
places
all the
like that.
surrounding countries, yeah.
So they started all showing back up, and they had teams to question them. They questioned some people for over 10 hours.
Who questioned who?
our Secret Service and CIA was questioning these people that were coming back from these countries.
That were not from our country, or that were from our country?
They were American citizens
That were
coming back from over
so
there.
they were trying to like figure out if they were fighting for us or for them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary though.
Yeah.
Because
That's super sketchy.
Because, I mean, all it takes is, I mean, there's obviously a lot of people that live in our country.
I would imagine some of those 10-hour questionings, a lot of things got said that were the wrong thing to say to these guys.
See, that's my view. I think if we get attacked, it's going to happen from somebody who is a terrorist organization that's already in the United States.
I don't think it couldn't get very big.
No, it wouldn't be like...
It'd be like one guy.
Yeah, it would be...
But
yeah.
we've dealt with that forever.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not going to be
I don't think they're going to make it by sea or land or air.
See, the only way they can do it is the way I just said. Those are the only ways they can do it.
I think even...
Through the ocean and through...
Our defense is
crazy. Through low enough where you can't get them on air radar.
I don't think you realize the radar and the technology that we have.
Air radar starts at like... don't quote me on this, but it's up there. It's like 500 feet or something like that.
Yeah, but
so if you fly under 500 feet, no one will see you unless the people that see you flying by.
We also have LADAR now, laser detection radar system, that can shoot lasers down.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't think that they would get very far. They would have to do it right on a beach or something.
Just right away, right when they
right when they got over land.
Yeah.
But man, I don't think it would be a plane.
A scary thought.
I think the plane is a lesser thought.
Submarine is a better.
A submarine is.
But we also have
perfect.
Listen, we also have those sonars that are under in all of our oceans. We have sonars on the bottom of the ocean floor.
I know.
And we also have crazy like anti-submarine detonating.
I've heard from military generals that the submarine theory is our most vulnerable.
Right.
Because
there's a lot of water.
Oh my god! It's a lot of those sonars.
It could be a whale.
Yeah, right when you pick it up, you're not sure that that's a piece of metal down there. It just shows up as a big blob.
Well, and they also have the technology nowadays where, say you have a big submarine that's, let's say it's a Russian submarine that's coming down from the south and it's going to try to attack the USA. It's underwater. Well, it's still far away from the coast, so it'll chill there, and without being detected by radars, it'll launch these little mini subs out from the big sub and with bombs, and just these little submarine bombs that are unmanned, and they can go wherever. And they're smaller so that the radar doesn't pick them up as submarines.
The day after Soleimani was killed in the airstrike, China and Russia were doing aviation exercises with Iran.
At sea.
With Iran.
Yeah, the naval,
Yeah, naval exercises.
That's crazy.
And a lot of people were like, that's nothing. They had that planned before Soleimani was killed and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, well, they could have. They absolutely could have.
Right.
But on that same note, there was enough time between when he was killed to when the meeting happened and the exercises started to where they could have just thrown that together real quick.
Yeah.
As a just
like a little like fuck you USA.
Yeah. Like, hey guys, watch out.
Yeah.
Be careful what you're fucking doing.
Yeah. I agree.
But I don't think Russia or China would jump in a fucking war with America.
Well, France and Germany said they got our back.
Oh, duh.
That's a big fucking army right there.
No thanks to Trump.
That's a big fucking army.
Trump's trying to fucking ruin
the
deal we have with France.
You know, the France Spetsnaz people, the special forces, are fucking insane.
Russia's equal to us in special forces.
Well, that's just it. Nowadays, in 2020, everyone has technology. Everyone has the right tools at hand and the right weapons to where anyone can be dominant.
See, and you know what worries me about China? China's that sly, scummy fucking country that would put someone else's flag on their boys to make it look like they're not in the war.
Mm.
To make it look like they're not Chinese, they're Iranians. You know what I mean?
Mm. So you're saying they could...
I think they would get in the war, but you wouldn't see a China label on any Chinese soldier.
Mm.
They wouldn't.
They would just back up Russia.
They would be like a ghost. They would be kind of like a special operatives,
like
going undercover kind of thing.
Like they're not going to send fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of troops. They're
Dude,
just gonna
if
launch...
China wanted to attack somebody, they're just gonna. Have you seen Red Dawn?
Yeah.
That's all they're gonna do.
Korea.
That's all they're gonna do.
Same thing.
That's all they're gonna do.
That wasn't China though. That was North Korea.
But same thing. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna paratroop in a whole state worth of people.
Yeah, but this
that you're not gonna have a choice.
All right, let me just say something. This is 2020, where there is no way no one is paratrooping, dropping into the United States.
What if they did it to Texas?
There's no way.
What if they did it to Texas? They got Mexico
There's
on the
no
other side of that
way.
border. Mexico's not gonna come and get our
Bro,
back.
do you know how many military bases are in Texas?
I understand
Do you know
that.
how many F-16s
But do you
and
understand?
Hornets and shit
Do
are
you
in
understand
Texas?
what would happen to the military bases the first round?
Do you understand that
They would
that
just
plane,
start sending in
that
bombs.
plane that's gonna drop those fucking troops over our airspace is gonna get shot down before they even get a chance to drop?
I would like to think so.
That's what happened in World War II, and they didn't even have the technology then, and they still got shot down. When we paratrooped on June 6, 1944 in D-Day, the paratroopers were getting shot down by anti-flak, anti-air. That's why they all got scattered, because they all had to jump out when they weren't ready. That's why if you watch any documentary, they say the paratroopers that dropped over D-Day had no idea where they were. They were all separated. They didn't have any clue. It was because they were taking such heavy anti-plane fire that they had to jump. All their planes were getting shot down. People were getting shot down before they even jumped out of the back of the plane. It would be the same thing that happened. And now it'd be even more intense because it's 65, 70 years in advance when we have that technology.
But think about how much time they had to prep for D-Day.
There's no way.
If they came in unannounced, Texas would not know what the fuck to do. Even military bases
they would scramble all their
dude.
F-16s. They would know what to do. They'd scramble their F-16s.
F-16s wouldn't be enough.
Oh yes.
I guarantee you, the battalion of planes that would be coming from a place, if this ever happened, if someone decided to bring a fight to America's homeland,
Right.
trust me, it would not be no pussy shit.
No, it would.
It's gonna be a serious,
Yeah.
all-out assault.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild. Gonna be fucking crazy.
I hope it never happens.
I don't think it will happen.
I don't think it will happen either, because
it's a chance.
there's a whole nother military inside the United States that no one even talks about.
Well, look at Cheyenne Mountain.
The hunters. Think about the hunters that are in this country
Oh,
that
like
no one thinks about when they...
You mean like the private contractors kind of type thing?
No, hunters.
Just like animal hunters?
Yes.
Oh, you mean if they invade, then... Oh.
Yes.
Well, what is one hunter going to do against 10,000 fucking North Koreans?
Well, if it's like Red Dawn, you ain't doing shit.
Right.
You're literally handing your guns over
You
to
have-
them, like,
you have
please
to-
don't kill me.
You have to kind of team up, if you will.
Well,
It can't be one hunter, you know. It has
Well,
to
and
be
it-
like the whole
And
community.
it couldn't be like where they decided to make base. You know what I mean?
Right.
It would be the outskirts of that, where, like, you were having trucks full of 12 guys, a dozen guys show up at your doorstep,
Yeah.
and you would
Well,
hope
you can't fight that. Unless
you would hope that your homeboys, your neighbors,
Well-
just start fucking laying it on them.
Yeah. I thought you were saying if you were by yourself.
Well, no, if you're out in the sticks and it's 40 acres and it's 300 yards to your neighbor, good luck. Good luck, dude.
Well, yeah.
You're one neighbor.
You're not gonna.
You're one neighbor unless he's like
You gotta
retired military sniper just out there.
He would have to have the perfect sniper's nest. silencer, everything. Only
Oh yeah, because they would start firing back immediately. And if you're only sending one shot at a time,
exactly. And when it comes to stuff like that, they're laying suppressive fire. They're not even aiming.
But them old people in the sticks though, man. And if shit were to pop off to where there's someone in my neighborhood or like a neighborhood away that's taken over, I'm gonna YouTube or Google how to throw a fully auto sear in one of my fucking rifles,
right?
And we're just gonna get some.
Let's say let's put.
I'm gonna tell the wife and the kids, get the fuck out. Go.
Let's put this into perspective. The only way you have a chance of surviving an invasion
is with
if you're not protected by military service, you're by yourself. You're like you said.
You got your neighbors.
Yeah, you got your neighbors, and you got land, and you got a big house with a bunch of land around you. Put this into perspective. Big house, bunch of land around you. You build a fence. You build a big wall around your house, and you build
enough time.
Well, you have your whole community together. You bring all your neighbors together, and you know it's coming. So you have, like, let's say 100, 200 people. They're all building a wall around this house. Then they build a series of defenses within that wall, and then they build, defenses that can fight on the other side of that wall.
Like damn near a zombie community.
Exactly. That's the only way. And even then, nowadays they have technology to where if that's a situation and they can't get to you because you have all these defenses,
you're gonna get bombed.
So now, so think about this. So now you got to go underground, just like the.
They can still bomb your ass.
No. Just like the Vietnams did. Just like in Vietnam, and they built those tunnel networks.
That's true.
You know how many fucking bombs we dropped on Vietnam? Do you know how many? None of them did shit. Nothing.
A lot of them
just blew up fucking
shit.
trees and.
But some of them did.
Some of them, but seriously, you're not gonna fucking bomb anyone when they're fucking a mile underground. You're not. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna hurt them.
Just like Cheyenne Mountain.
So if you go underground and you have the right defense and everything, you can fight back. But you have to be able to go underground. Because bombs are a thing, and that's all war is about nowadays, is bombs. And high explosive. The only time we saw hand-to-hand combat was in Fallujah in the last fucking, 40 years? Besides Vietnam?
There was hand-to-hand combat in multiple situations in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fallujah. When you're going house to house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying, other than that, it's just, you blow it up.
Well, and the bad part about that is it's still bombs. When you go door to door, a lot of those doors are rigged.
Exactly, they're set up for
So
IEDs
right when you fucking punch that bitch in,
boom.
You and all your boys are.
That's why the Iraqis don't fight with their guns; they fight with their bombs. Yep. Their IEDs.
That's why they
rocket launchers.
That's why a lot of our
RPGs.
Kills over there were gut feelings
and airstrikes.
Yes, and drone strikes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Because the drone could just fly around up there and make no noise,
right.
Just watching what these people are doing all the time.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's how they get them. That's how they would get us.
Exactly.
They'd send drones over here and shoot fucking. Even if they lost the drone.
Technology's too advanced nowadays to be walking up and knocking on someone's door and busting in and fighting them.
Like, what happens if Iran gets caught with a drone strike, and the drone gets shot down, and it's a Chinese drone? What's China gonna be in trouble now?
Are we gonna blame China?
Iran bought a Chinese drone? I mean, I guarantee you our politics would jump to that conclusion. Yeah. Guarantee it.
Well, that's just like the Heckler and Koch, the creators of the MP5. They make guns. They got attacked.
Great gun.
Yeah, they got attacked because China was found with their grenade launcher, but it wasn't their grenade launcher. It was an airsoft grenade launcher, but they claimed it was a Heckler and Koch grenade launcher. So then they came back at America and said America's selling these grenade launchers to China. Well, it wasn't even fucking real grenade launchers, a little fucking airsoft thing. So it's like anything that's said can be totally out fucking drawn nowadays to like an extent that's
Oh, yeah.
not even normal.
People take everything out of context
It's
nowadays.
fucking crazy.
It's stupid.
Like, don't judge a fucking book by its cover. I thought we are past that fucking point. Or when you hear about something, don't judge it right away. Do some fucking research before you...
Oh, dude, that's what my life has consisted of. I get in arguments almost every day on Facebook, and I'm like over there back onto Google
Keyboard
and Chrome and
Keyboard
it's
warrior.
crazy. It's like, what are these people talking about? Is this a conspiracy theory? Where's the proof behind this? And most of the time, yes. The only places you can find it is on like a YouTube video or like, then you click on it and it's a super like left wing or a super right wing person talking about, and it's like, dude,
Something stupid.
you can't trust these people. Most of the news, anyone who doesn't talk,
Oh, here we go.
anyone on the news who doesn't talk good about Trump, fake news.
Doesn't talk good about Trump.
Yeah, if they don't say good things about Trump, and I'm not gonna say Trump doesn't do good things because he's done multiple things. He's signed bills into effect that yes, they benefit a lot of things, but I'm not gonna get into the bad things he's done because it's not even it's like talking to super right wing people that are literally riding Trump's dick.
Right.
It's like, I can't even talk to you because there's no
right answer.
You have your mind made up.
Well,
I am always wrong. I will always be wrong to you.
That's what always pisses me off about politics is no one's ever right. There's no right or wrong answer. It's all personal views.
Agreed. And I tried.
So so with politics, you try to sit there to bring someone to your point of view the whole time, or do you just let them have their own point of view and you move on?
Yes, absolutely.
The second one or the first?
Second one.
Okay.
Absolutely, every time. The more I fight and fight and fight,
the more it just
does. It's not worth it. I mean, you're not changing anybody's mind that comes to argue with you about something like that.
No.
Just
It's not
any
gonna
comment
happen.
they say. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them a thumbs up.
I agree to disagree.
You think that.
Yeah, you think that. I agree with you, but I disagree with you.
Yeah, you think that. Because eventually it gets to hurting someone's feelings.
Let's jump into politics real quick for a quick 5 minutes because I hate politics. I refuse to talk about it on the podcast. Blake knows that. But I want to dive in on when did you get into politics and when did you...
Trump being in office.
That was
I've kind of always paid attention out of the corner of my eye.
So Barack wasn't like a thing though? Or it was?
No, I had other things going on. I didn't really care.
Right.
Didn't even care. And, to be truthfully honest, I didn't care because I thought the guy was doing a good job. I thought every time I listened to him...
You thought at the beginning it would be good.
Every time I listened to him on TV throughout the whole 8 years, it was like, that guy knows what the fuck's going on. He knows how to tell the American people what's going on.
Right.
And then come to find out, all of these people that are now Trump supporters say that he was ruining their lives and he was the worst president ever and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, I just don't get it because how are you going to compare the two? Because Obama and Trump are totally different planets. Yeah. Just not even the same class of people.
Yeah.
But
see, and that's what I like. I like Barack because he wasn't scared to go to war. Like he wasn't scared to like send troops over and fuck.
You want to talk about an airstrike or an order to kill somebody that was
Osama?
Totally ill-advised? Was Bin Laden.
Yeah, that was...
Nobody fucking knew about Bin Laden.
And that was all Barack.
Obama literally talked straight to,
yeah.
I can't remember what
Secretary of Defense.
No, what's the name of that team?
The SEAL Team?
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
SEAL Team 6. He literally on the phone with the commander of SEAL Team 6.
Want to hear a funny story about that? This whole thing that I learned?
What?
That SEAL Team didn't have any
clearance,
any patches, they weren't in Navy SEAL uniform. They didn't have their patches on.
They were in civilian clothes?
No, they were in like private military clothes, like private contracting.
It's
clothes.
because it happened so
have,
fast.
We didn't have justification to be there.
No, negative.
And so
no,
when it first came out,
no,
they wanted to protect themselves, so they didn't go in as SEALs.
no.
They had all their patches off, everything. They weren't even Americans. They
And
were
I've
just
heard
private contractors.
bad things about what has happened to some of the members of SEAL Team 6 since then, but
Well,
anyone who makes their
the only one that really
their identity known after something like that, your life is gonna forever be in jeopardy.
Well, it's Robert O'Neill. He's the only one that talks about it. He's the only one that I've heard a first-hand account of SEAL Team 6 when he killed them.
So some of them aren't
And
dead.
He's the one that says he put the double tap in Osama. But now there's another SEAL that says he put the double tap in Osama. So it's kind
Well,
of
it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. There was 2 people walked in that room.
Well, and then there was Osama's wife that jumped out and tried to Osama pushed his wife toward the SEAL to kind of shield him, use her body as a shield, so he kind of nudged her in front of him, and one of the SEALs I think pushed the wife away, and the other SEAL just double tapped, or vice versa, how it happened.
Yeah, that was a very ill-advised.
What year was that?
I don't know,
2008?
13 or something.
No.
Was it 8? We were still in high school when that happened?
I swear it was so long ago. Oh, yeah, you were kind of close.
13?
2011.
11.
Closer than I thought. May 2nd, 2011, Osama was killed.
No, but yeah, I got into politics right around the time that I saw all of Obama's work just being torn the fuck down like it meant nothing and it was all just a big political game.
Well, you know what's fucked up too is we went over there. We fucked shit up. We made it right for the people, and then we pulled out. Went right back to ISIS hands. So it's like,
You know, and the best thing I heard the best expression the other day. The only thing worse than staying in the Middle East
right,
is leaving.
right.
Because if we leave, Al Qaeda, the Taliban, ISIS, they're all gonna grow again. Dude, do you know that?
This will say, hey, you killed my boy Suleimani. He was the best DJ there. Death to America. best DJ. Death to America. Oh man.
Oh man, don't say that.
We
We had nothing to do with that.
No, he's just joking. Death to America. That's a funny saying, because they just asked him about it, and they said it's not death to Americans, it's death to Trump. That's what they mean. That's what they say they mean.
Well, look at what Obama tried to do for Iran.
Tried to help him, didn't he?
He tried to get them a deal. And then Trump came in, found out about the deal, and was like, well, we're not gaining anything from this. We
You
need
mean
to
like
go
sending
switch
them money
the
and
deal.
stuff?
Well, yeah, and making sure they don't make nukes.
Like
and
oil and...
like in the deal, it was a deal for them to do whatever they want to do, but you can't build nukes. And,
oh, yeah.
And it was...
It's kind of like to protect us, but...
It was to protect the whole world from Iran not having a nuclear deal.
Yeah. I mean, even if you have a nuclear deal, I just don't see how a nuclear bomb is going to make it to the United States. There's no way.
Agreed.
There's no way.
No.
There's so many surface-to-air missiles that we have that...
It wouldn't even get that far.
It would blow up in the air.
It wouldn't even get that far.
It would blow up
They'd
overseas.
send out a drone and run the drone right into the missile.
Yeah, it wouldn't even...
They wouldn't even use a surface-to-air missile.
No, I mean, it's just... It's too...
And it wouldn't... They wouldn't send it from America. They're going to send it from South Korea. They're going to send it from France. They're going to send it from Germany. They're going to send it from somewhere right there. As soon as you fucking send that nuke off, definitely if you plan on sending it from your homeland all the way over to us. It can be done. They've already proven it can be done.
But it's not going to make it.
The best way to send somebody a nuke, we already did it. Take it with a plane, drop it right over wherever you want to put it.
Yeah. But see, they didn't have the defense that we have. Because you know
In
why?
Hiroshima?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Well, we destroyed all their airfields, all their gas, and everything.
We knew when we sent the plane over there that they didn't have anything to stop the plane.
Right. Well, that's just it. We were running gun runs on them all day long, and they couldn't do anything
Yeah,
about
and then at the end of the day, it was like,
that's like,
here's your last one.
if you try to run gun runs on America, it's not going to happen.
You're going to lose a lot of planes.
I mean, say Russia sends like 200
Russia
jets.
would need China.
Well, say they send
Russia would need China.
Say they send 200 jets and China sends 200 jets. Then
We're getting our asses kicked.
Then we have a war going on in the airspace.
We're getting our ass kicked if they're sending 400 fucking boys over here.
Well, we have just as much. So
well, I understand that, but they're gonna do a lot of damage before all of our boys get in the air. I mean, we're gonna probably able to send 100 up immediately.
Oh, way more than that, bro. I think you're not understanding our military powers here.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't send people if it was on the California coast. You're not sending people from New York and Florida over there.
Right. Well, if you look at all the military bases in the United States, the middle of the United States, there's like 6 or 8, like directly
You're not getting
in
to
the
middle though.
Exactly. All the military bases are on the coastal. So they're ready.
But do you understand the carnage that would happen if we had an airspace fight of 400 fighters come over here in California?
Sure.
Oh my God.
Civilians would die. But
buildings would fall.
But
San Francisco, LA, Sacramento would be in complete carnage.
I'm telling you right now, we do have technology to where we can fight airplanes from the ground and from the air.
I'm telling you right now, China and Russia have planes right now that probably cannot be detected by radar.
Probably. That's true.
So, I mean...
But we also do
like you're saying, this isn't going to be a technology war.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to go to nuclear warfare. Because, I mean, I say that,
advanced.
But look who's behind the big red button in America. You know what I mean? We got to get off this subject.
This is like a 20-minute subject.
I think this has been our longest segment we've ever talked about.
So before we jump out, I want to say one thing.
Do it. I want to say one more thing too.
6 military technology breakthroughs to look for in 2019. This is interesting.
AI?
Augmented reality headsets. Meaning,
okay.
You know, you have a little screen and you can, on that little screen it shows how much ammo you have. It's like a video game, basically, kind of type dealio. And it shows you the distance to the target. Blah, blah, blah. It does it all augmented with screens, a headset that you wear. Second is robots joining human squads. So robots that can fight. We've kind of already, you've seen part of that?
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Third is U.S.
iRobot shit.
Yeah. Third is U.S. hypersonic missiles get faster. So they're hypersonic, so they can't even be detected, basically. And they're more operable.
A hypersonic missile?
Gets faster.
God damn it, Elon Musk.
Fourth is the SB-1 Defiant and V-280 Valor will show their stripes. I have no idea what that means.
No idea. Sounds cool, though.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. Fifth is light tank prototypes will be unveiled, which I'm assuming...
Like AGRs in Call of Duty?
Probably something like that. And then sixth is more autonomous aircraft, especially Army helicopters. So basically, just the advances of helicopters and everything is going to go... Dude, it's insane. The
advancements in technology, dude.
Insane. Alright, moving on from that one.
I always knew that
Soleimani back at it again with the comments. I'm sad. I'm not doing 26 no scopes in the 17%. Oh god, I don't know who that guy is. He's funny. What's our next topic, Blake?
We are going into our Australia fires update.
Australia, dude, that's fucking sad, bro.
Dude, I mean,
I saw a video.
Did you see the map that they put over the United States of Australia?
It's covering the whole thing.
Do you understand what kind of coverage that fire would get if that was in America?
What's the acres burned?
10 million.
10 million acres burned.
Over 10
Over
million
10.
acres.
That's crazy.
18
bro.
people dead so far, which is amazing.
Right, compared, yeah.
10 million acres have burned and only 18 people have died.
I saw a video, very disturbing
24 people charged with arson.
See, that's what
For
interesting.
bushfires?
Yeah, that's crazy. 24 people charged with this fire.
That means people are out there fucking doing it on purpose.
Yes, exactly. Starting it on purpose. And it was believed, the original belief was the start of like 2 12-year-old little kids that started the fire to begin with. And then it's kind of spiraled out to other people starting fires.
Dude, I heard them talking about,
Like, why would you do that?
The fire was spreading at its fastest moment in the biggest blaze. It was spreading like 300 yards a minute.
It's crazy.
Or
flames like 30
something
feet
like
high.
that. 300 yards a minute.
Flames like 40 feet high.
Dude, that's 3 football fields in 60 seconds. You can't run that fast.
No, you can't.
Hell no.
And even if you do, you're breathing in all bunch of
Exactly.
carbon dioxide.
In your cars won't run in that because of the smoke. Your car will not start in that.
I mean,
And if it is started and you try and drive through that kind of smoke, you better have a good air filter on your bitch because it's going to fill up fast.
yeah, it's crazy. Wildfires in Australia. I wanted to say one thing about this video that I saw, and I suggest.
It was about Australia?
Yeah, it was a guy who was driving on an Australian highway, and he had his camera paced out to the right, and you see this like fence, and then you just see like you can't see the ground. It's just dead animals all along this fence, because there's a highway and then there's the fence guarding the animals from the highway. Well, the animals tried to break through the fence, and you could see where they tried to break through the fence. He says, "Oh, it looks like they tried to break through the fence," and there's just you literally can't see the dirt. There's just thousands and thousands and thousands of dead animals. I'll pull up the video after the podcast. Yeah, I'll pull it up.
That's fucking
Fucking
brutal.
insane, bro. And he's like, "Dude, this is the most like just insane shit. It's the most insane shit I've ever seen. It looked like a fucking apocalyptic
A genocide
war zone,
of
like
animals?
dude, just the whole ground is just black, and you could see their animals because of the shapes, but the color is all the same. They're all burnt, so it's all black, but you know they're animals because you could see their legs and the shape of their body.
That's terrible.
It's fucked. You see like little baby kangaroos like this big. You see like big fucking horses and kangaroos and just big shit, small shit. Insane.
That's terrible.
I'll show you the video after the podcast. We got like 15 minutes left.
Americans are headed there.
Australia?
Yeah,
oh,
we're,
yeah.
We're sending American firefighters there.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, on to our next. Puerto Rico's earthquake. I mean, they had a 6.4 magnitude earthquake at 4:30 in the morning.
2 days in a row.
They called them tremors, but a 5.5 earthquake is not a fucking tremor.
Right, and then the 6.4 the next day.
Yeah.
So.
And at least one man is dead because of landslide, I do believe.
Person or man?
Person. A man.
A man?
Well,
was it a man or a woman?
I'm pretty sure it was a man.
Oh, okay.
Killed in a
landslide.
In a landslide that was caused by the earthquake. 300,000 people cannot access drinking water.
That would see like that.
People are dying.
You
dude.
realize you need water.
You do
until you don't have it.
3 days.
Like you drink water. Like some people say, water tastes gross.
Bro, 3 days.
It's like you need water to fucking survive.
Well, I mean, they can get water and boil it.
Well, yeah, but that's work.
Yeah, it's Stone Age shit.
And guess what? To work, you need calories to burn. So you gotta have.
And you need shit to burn.
You gotta have food. You gotta have.
They're gonna have the whole city on fire just boiling water.
I'm saying 8 atomic bushfires. Chuck Norris can run that fast. Chuck Norris can probably outrun a bushfire.
Chuck Norris cannot run 300 yards in 60 seconds. You're fucking high.
Proven wrong.
You're fucking high. What is that? 300 yards in 60 seconds. That's.
I could do that. I could do that.
Math-wise, that's
got it right
30
here.
yards every 0.6 of a second or something like that.
All right. The average time for a man to run 300 yards is between 60 and 70 seconds.
Oh, so Chuck Norris could probably do it.
Yeah, Chuck Norris would do it.
All right, fine.
I could probably do it.
Yeah.
A minute's a long time.
I couldn't.
I'd say if you said 300 yards
300
in
yards.
30 seconds.
Dude, have you ever ran 100 yards? Have you run a whole football field?
I ran a mile in under 7 minutes.
It is not fucking easy. By the end of it, you're not sprinting anymore.
I ran a mile in like my last time I ran a mile, I timed it was like 7:12.
My best mile time was like 5:30. Yep. Because Matthew Caldwell, you remember him in high school?
Oh, you can't run a mile that fast.
Yes, you can.
No, because that's like
I've seen people run a mile in just over four minutes.
I'm sorry, Blake. The record for the mile is 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yeah, I watched in middle school.
That's like,
Bro, 8th grade, I watched in middle school someone run a mile in 4 minutes and like 20 seconds.
I don't believe you.
Yep. My best mile ever timed was like 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Bro, I could run.
You couldn't do it now.
Fuck no.
As a 12-year-old kid, maybe.
I did. I fucking did it.
Well, as a 12-year-old kid...
Wait, we gotta get back to
you don't
these
get
stats.
fucking cold as a
Hold on.
12-year-old kid.
Alright, 346 people left homeless because of this earthquake, meaning their homes were destroyed because it shook it to death.
Or, yeah.
The country is in a state of emergency, mainly because it was so vulnerable from Maria hitting 2 years ago. What magnitude was Maria?
That was, God, what was it?
You just looked
I
at
think,
7 something?
I think it was somewhere around there.
Maria killed over 3,000 people. And not to mention that Puerto Rico's working through a debt that they owe back to people through pensions and shit for over $120 billion. Puerto Rico owes their citizens.
Yeah, see that one kind of...
That's fucked up, dude. No wonder their citizens are trying to rebuild the country. They want their fucking money back.
It's true.
And not to mention the electricity issues. We talk about 300,000 people can't access drinking water. I bet the whole fucking...
Oh.
I bet the whole island, every island, doesn't have electricity.
Can't even fucking do their shit, you know?
You know?
Can't even flush the toilet, you know?
I mean, they can flush the toilet probably.
You know, they can't even fucking go to the bathroom, man.
That's just fucking water pressure.
Yes. Alright.
Alright, we are on to our last 7.5 minutes of NFL. Aw, shit.
Aw, shit! Patriots suck dick! Did I say that? Sorry, Blake. Patriots suck. Patriots are out. Everyone's proud of it. Blake's sad. Blake, give us your goddamn...
12 and 4.
12-4.
12 and 4.
Broncos are like 6.
12 and 4. You son of a bitch.
Fuck the Patriots.
12 and 4. The Patriots went 12 and 4, and everybody's talking all this shit. Talking Brady's done, Belichick's done.
So wait,
Patriots
today,
dynasty's over.
Wait, today.
Get
Wait,
fuck out of here.
Wait. Today, Brady's a free agent.
Technically not.
Well, that's what I saw on the news.
Technically not, though.
Whoa,
because
whoa.
the Patriots aren't legally allowed to re-sign him yet.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna sign with the Patriots. You're saying, but they just haven't given him an offer yet. Gotcha.
No, he hasn't. Yeah, it's more up to him. They're waiting for him to submit an offer.
Okay.
That's at least what I'm hearing through all the Patriot news sites. But you know, they could be optimistic and kind of
it says here
biased.
on paper,
You know,
Tom Brady has agreed to a 2-year, $70 million contract extension that will keep him with the New England Patriots through 2021. In reality, he's essentially getting a 1-year raise. Brady will be a free agent. So basically, you're right. Yeah, he's a free agent, but he has, I think, agreed to an extension.
the label of free agent mainly only means he, right now, is legally allowed to look at contracts from other teams.
Right.
But they did that on purpose last year.
To make him...
To make it so it was his choice this year. The guy's 43 years old, man. I mean...
They showed off on the field.
And not to mention, let's go right into it since we're talking about Brady. Why is everybody not doesn't have the same thing to say about Drew Brees? Drew Brees just lost in a wild card game. Granted, it was Minnesota, and they are a great
he wasn't
team.
Supposed to win.
Drew Brees?
Yeah.
They had a better record?
Well, I mean, I can't say he wasn't supposed to win, but
they had a better record and they were at home.
I think Tom Brady's dynasty has put so much pressure on his shoulders to succeed that when he doesn't, it's like an ultimate.
But he
like,
did succeed. 12 fucking wins this year.
But I'm saying if he loses 4 times, it's bad.
If Antonio Brown was on this team, on the team all year, Patriots would still be in it. Guarantee it.
If you're a manager of a job and you have people that are supposed to be on time below you, and you have trust in them, and they're on time, they're early every day, 365 days a year, they're early. That one day they're late, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
They're sick or something.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be like, why are you late? Well, they might not have an excuse. So what about that one dude who's always fucking late and he shows up late? Well, nothing. It's normal for him to show up late. So Brady does so fucking good all the time.
That's a great analogy.
When he loses, it's like the end of the fucking world.
It's a great analogy.
Because he's so good. He literally does so good that when he loses, it's a fucking slap in the face.
I like that.
And it shouldn't be like that. But he's created that dynasty for himself that...
The whole team.
Everyone.
The whole team.
Doesn't matter.
Like, I was so... You know who I was the maddest at when they lost to Tennessee? Josh McDaniels.
I'm saying, they have dominated for so long that when they do lose that fucking one game against Miami, everyone fucking... Oh, dude, throws up their arms and fucking Patriots lost to a fucking team that only won 3 games in a fucking... You know what I mean?
My name blew up on Facebook when the Patriots game was over.
Because of that dynasty.
Everyone couldn't wait to talk shit. And at kind of, I felt proud. I was like, everyone's talking shit because the Patriots are so awesome.
Exactly. Now, what happens when the Patriots win?
No one says that.
The Patriots win. It's
normal. Exactly.
It's like drinking a fucking cup of water.
Exactly.
It's normal. But when they lose, they're so used to winning. Everyone knows them as winning.
Oh, I know. They lose to Miami every year, but they lost to Miami at the end of the season,
and
everyone thought the whole world was ending.
Trust me, I'm a fan against the Patriots, but I understand what's happening because they created such a good dynasty.
All right, we got 2.5 minutes to jam all this in there. Pats Titans. Titans took it. Derrick Henry was a boss.
He ran right over them.
Do you think the Titans have enough to beat Baltimore?
No,
I do.
I think they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna run Derrick Henry like a fucking madman. They're gonna run him downfield. They're gonna try, but I think Ravens will have an answer for him. Anyways, moving on. Vikings 49ers. Or no, Vikings Saints.
No, Vikings Saints. Vikings took that. Saints should have fucking won.
Yeah, they should
The
have.
refs again had huge calls, huge implications in that game. New Orleans needs to bring in the best officiating crew every time. This is bullshit. The Saints keep getting screwed.
Pretty wild.
Moving on. Seahawks and Eagles. I said all week, Eagles were going to take this and upset them in Seattle. And Carson Wentz's bitch ass goes out
down.
First fucking quarter.
Concussion.
9 minutes into the game.
And you got like a high school coach as a quarterback.
And I was like, dude, so much for that.
Okay,
last one, and we got a minute and a half for this. Future quarterbacks in the NFL.
Well, you forgot Bills and Texans.
Oh yeah, Bills and Texans. Texans
won.
Texans took that. I knew they would. I knew they would.
Field goal?
Bills blew a 16-point lead.
Yeah.
Bills blew a 16-point lead.
Texans came back.
Texans looked great in the fourth quarter. Looked like shit first half.
Now.
Last, future quarterbacks in the NFL. Do you really think that the future quarterback in the NFL is going to have to be able to run?
Yes. Absolutely.
That limits the years a quarterback needs to be able to perform for your team down to like 5 years.
Can't be old.
Nope.
Got to be fast. We got 40 seconds. Let's jump into the next divisional rounds. Vikings and 49ers. Who you got?
49ers.
49ers on that one. Is that in? That's in San Fran.
In
right?
San Francisco.
Okay. I'm going to go 49ers as well. You got the NFC, well, all divisional rounds. You got the Titans and Ravens. I think you said Titans.
Titans.
I'm going to go Ravens. Division round, Seahawks and Packers.
Packers.
I'm going to go Seahawks. Texans and Chiefs. Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Thank you for tuning in.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Check us out on YouTube again if you want to see